Woo! What's up, guys? Today we are talking about distance running tips, specifically how to tackle those gnarly downhills for not only better mechanics, but stronger performance. I think I said mechanics. A little fun fact for that Boston Marathon, a lot of you guys don't realize this, but it's actually a downhill event. We start a little bit higher in Western Mass, and then we finish down by sea level, and it's those extended downhills that cook everyone's quads. And usually what happens, we go down those quads, or we go down those hills, is that we run a little lazy. Our cadence is a little lower, we're a little bit more relaxed in our whole body, and our feet tend to slap the ground a little bit more, and all of that force is taken up on our quads. And to me, it's no mistake or coincidence that when runners start to see muscle cramps, especially in their quads and their inner quads and their calves, it's usually on those downhills where things start to happen. So what we're going to talk about today are the difference between runnable downhills versus non-runnable downhills, as well as some do's and don'ts on how to improve it. So we're out here in the Presidio and Land's End of San Francisco, and it's a very hilly terrain, and I love running here because it's sort of like going to a ski mountain for those of you guys who are skiers, and you have all the different terrain you get to practice on. And you know that skiing technique is the same, but at the same time, when I'm on different levels of hills, almost like I'm on this hill right here, the way I attack that hill on the top is gonna be a little different from how I attack it on the bottom. And I want to use this hill as an example on how we can improve our running. So when we get to the top of that hill, it's a little steeper, and when it's a little steeper, we get pulled down a little bit faster than we want to go. And a lot of times we get pulled down faster, we get into that non-runnable hill where our arms fan out to the side more for balance and stability, and we usually take smaller, shorter steps where really, in essence, we're putting on the brakes. But then as we get down from the top towards the middle and bottom of this hill, we can turn this into a runnable hill where all of a sudden it's not quite so steep. I can let myself get pulled down the hill a little bit faster, and for that to happen, I have to hold on to good mechanics. And for those good mechanics to happen at better speeds, what I have to allow myself to do is run with that bigger open stride. So we're going to show that too. Now we're at the top of this hill here, and let's say when you're on the flats, you're a 10-minute mile runner or an 8-minute mile runner, it almost doesn't matter, but you're very comfortable going down that speed. All of a sudden, you approach this hill, and this hill wants you going down it at an 8-minute mile, or a 7-minute mile, or a 5-minute mile, or even faster. And our body isn't used to that level of impact, and the bracing that's required, and the cadence and the turnover. So if we're not very warmed up, or we're not really ready to attack that hill, we switch into the non-runnable category where we allow ourselves just to kind of skate and hop down it. And we're gonna go ahead and do this together. Hopefully my cameraman's gonna keep up with me. I'm just gonna be running, shorter steps, and my arms are sometimes gonna go out to the side. The swing is not as important, and I'm just gonna take shorter, smaller steps, really easy. Notice that my cadence is still high. I don't want to be slamming the ground, right? This happens, but that's how we can attack those, what I would call the non-runnable hills, when I'm in those extended steep sections, especially for those of you who are trail runners out there, that's the deal. So we're gonna go back up to the top of the hill. It's like taking the chairlift back up top, except this time it's our legs. And we're gonna talk about, okay, if I'm gonna run this thing, all of a sudden, I have to embrace the speed component a little bit more in this impact. And for running from a mechanical perspective, I can't relax on the downhills. It's so important. I need to really be turned on and really be braced. So the quickest thing you're gonna think about is being very, very tall, hips are forward, and you are gonna pull those heels up underneath you like crazy. As soon as that foot's on the ground, it's immediately coming off. What that's gonna do is allow you to run real light, and as I extend and go down, I'm able to maintain that light, quick cadence all the way through. And you can see that when I actually really run those downhills, it's actually a lot of work. It's almost more work than running on the flats. So if we can remember that, we can then train it. So the next time you're out on your run, don't just run on the uphills, think about attacking the downhills a little bit. What I might recommend, choose a hill that's no more than 50 meters, maybe 100 meters tops. And first, something that's very, very gentle. It's gonna allow you to run with really good flow. You're very relaxed, you're very fluid. And then just like the skier, you start in the little shallow green circle trail, you're gonna work your way up to the blue square and eventually the black diamond. And then you'll get to the pro level. I'm certainly not there yet, where you are attacking those super steep hills and you are crushing it. All right guys, that is it. If you like this downhill running video, go ahead and let me know, hit that like button. If you have any questions on what hills to run and when, how often to do this during the week, or you have any requests for future videos from us, hit us up in the comments. We always like that. We definitely have got more great running technique videos, strength training, exercises, injury prevention, movement, all types of stuff you can do to get better as a runner at our channel. Definitely subscribe to The Run Experience. And lastly, you've made it here this long, so we have a little free gift for you, and it's gonna be a free quick start guide to running. Everything you need to know about strength, running technique, and mobility and injury prevention work. All you need to do to get it is click this link in the video. If you happen to be on a mobile device, don't worry, all you need to do is go to that link down in the description. It's gonna take you to a page. Once you're there, name, email, boom, you're good to go. I'll be able to personally send you all that free stuff. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.